I have no idea whether I'm live or not, but if I am, you can leave a comment. And let me just get onto the control page. One person watching now. Oh yeah, we're looking at my screen. Alright, so how this is going to work is this is just going to be a live stream where you're asking questions, and I'll answer them as best as I can. If you send me a message on Twitter, which I left a link in the description for, you can tweet me a question and I'll get them answered. And I've got 2 streams up. That's probably not a good thing, but I've got Twitter over here. Somebody's asked me a question not about F1, but I'll start with that as we got it there. But I'll stop looking at that and we'll get up that, which is Open Broadcaster. Oh, I opened up Paint.net. That wasn't the best thing to it. I'll just wait for that to load up and then we'll start answering some questions about F1. So we'll close that. And how this is going to work is, what I'll do is I'll record this, it will save to my files, and then I'm going to re-upload it with some better quality gameplay, because I realize my connection isn't really good, but it's gives me a way of answering questions on the move. And yeah, so let's play this gameplay. Let's mute it, so hopefully the only sound coming out is me. So obviously what I do when I record the gameplay, like when I upload the gameplay, is I crop it down, and I think that might have been into the barrier there, but yeah, what I do is I crop it down, and yeah, that's me standing up behind. So I'll just record. Well, let's answer the first question. I'm mumbling. From review TIG J even, sorry, says, how do you do well on YouTube? Well, that's a sort of a tough question to ask, because I started YouTube over 2 years ago, and I think pretty much everybody in Formula 1 that's sort of got quite a few subscribers started probably before that. So if you're looking at F1, you definitely got to. This is one thing I would say. There's lots of people that go out and say they're gonna do it, but then there are lots of people that don't actually go and do it. So if you've got something in mind, you've got a great idea, go out and do it. And I really hope that that's not very good advice, is it? But that's what I want to do. I go out and make videos. I don't think about making them. Well, that's a lie. I don't say I'm going to do it and then not actually do it. I'll think about it, get all my ideas together, then I'll go and make it. I won't just keep saying stuff about it and then never do it. I'll actually think about it and do all that. So get some ideas together. If you're just starting out, get maybe sort of Roxio HD or something. I think they might be the cheapest capture card in HD. That might set you back about £80. Another £20 on a microphone. So for about £100, you can get a pretty good setup there. And as long as you've got an Xbox and something, you'll be fine with that. And yeah, so this should be a stream about F1, but if there are any other questions from time to time, I will go through them. So yeah, just make sure you have great ideas and get them down on paper, and yeah, just go ahead, get some support behind you, and you should do alright on YouTube. So next up from Luca Brode says, is the T-Cam improved? On the Silverstone Hot Lap they uploaded yesterday, it was rather unusual. I have to agree, it did look a bit unusual on the thing that I uploaded yesterday. That was a replay, if I'm correct in saying, because obviously it didn't have all the HUD and everything up on it, so it wasn't like a live lap. Actually, it might. Well, I don't know. It might have been. Who knows? But obviously, as they're the game developers, they can sort of take the HUD off and everything. But the T-Cam is changed. I'm not sure whether you'll see it in this, but I don't think it's quite as extreme as you saw in the video you saw yesterday up on Codemaster's channel. I don't think it's like as extreme as that, but it's that sort of style. It's gone quite far back, and that might suit some people's taste. It might, other people might not like it. So I suppose it's just down to what you prefer, really. I think this camera right here is slightly improved. I mean, you can sort of see it just a little bit more. You can see a bit more of what the driver's doing than what you saw in 2012. In 2012, did you even see the helmet from this camera? I don't even know. But I I don't really know too much about the offset T-cam. I think that's what Luca was talking about there, and yeah. So hopefully that answered that question. Not very well. I haven't done a very good job, have I? Let's start off here. So next question from Ben Bryant says, what football team do you support? I haven't actually watched football in such a long time. I probably should, because it's actually quite enjoyable, and I know a lot of people will be like, Alex, why are you watching football? But yeah, I did used to really enjoy football, but really sorry, Ben, I haven't really got a team I support at the moment. Maybe tweet who you support to me. So I think I supported Manchester United way back in the day, but that's only because my granddad did, not really because, you know, not because I did. I didn't really support anyone really ever, and that was the only other team. Another question coming in from Review TIJ, got it right that time, saying, can you talk to your Engineer F1 2013? But obviously the game we played wasn't the full game. We got to play all of the modern tracks in time trial mode, and Jerez in time trial mode with the classic cars, and obviously you could mix and match, putting the old cars on the new tracks and new cars on the old tracks. That was really cool. That's something I really do like, and you know, I don't know whether anybody agrees with me on that, whether that's a cool thing or not, but I think it's quite cool that you could now drive a modern 2013 spec Formula 1 car around Imola, Brands Hatch, Estoril and Jerez. Obviously they do Jerez. So yeah, you can't talk to your engineer well, at least in the preview I played. So some of these things I will have to say that, because obviously I didn't play the actual game. I played sort of I guess a snippet of what you're going to be able to get. Obviously you can see on the screen now it says work in progress. And yeah, but it would be a bit of an unusual thing to have in the game. But I suppose, guys, there's still good 2 months before the game comes out. So I suppose in the next couple of weeks, if you have some really amazing ideas that would be quite simple, I suppose they'll really value the feedback. And if Luca talked about the T-cam, if you want that to be CB, that be changed, or maybe have an additional camera in, maybe just pop them a tweet or something. They might really appreciate that. Next up from RLSTRM, did they give you any information about the AI? I didn't get any chance to race against any AI there, unfortunately, because obviously it was just time trial mode, and yeah, that wasn't obviously. I don't know what I really expected when I went there. I kind of thought we might have a chance to race against other AI, but then this is still 2 months till the game comes out, because I suppose there are lots of people there from, you know, big companies, big game companies, and if they showed them a preview of the AI were a bit wrong, a lot of people might have sort of criticised that. But yeah, this gameplay is just going to sort of repeat. I'll get up some other gameplay in a minute after I've sort of got to a decent point. But yeah, RLSTRM, Stephen Hood's been tweeting out quite a lot of, I don't know, I guess a lot of people in the Formula 1 community do follow him, and he's been saying there's a lot of great stuff with the AI this year, and I don't know whether on the recorded version I'm going to upload tomorrow, you won't see that probably in perfect timing, but a lot of people have said that the person getting in the car's got like Converse shoes. I didn't really realise it till now, but I suppose he hasn't really got Formula 1 shoes there. But I don't know. I think that's really cool. That getting in the car, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Just getting in the car makes it feel a lot more realistic. But sorry, RLSTM, I haven't got any information about the AI on me, but by the looks of it, it is looking a lot better. Well, we have to take Stephen Hood's word for it. It's looking better, and let's hope that it is better, because I think in 2012 it was good, but by the sounds of it, it wasn't really the greatest in the world, according to a lot of you guys which left comments over the last 8 months or so. And yeah, I am looking forward to improved AI in 2013. Hopefully there is, fingers crossed, but it is looking like it, according to everybody at Codemasters Twitter. Bramits Jesus says, do you even lift? Fortunately not. I'll go and sit in my corner now, and goodbye, that's the end of the live stream. Obviously not. Anyway, so Review TIJ once again with another question. Are the cars hard to drive or easy? Now, this is the big thing. Lots of people have been asking me, what is the handling like? Now, I can only talk about this preview. Obviously, there was quite a lot of difference between the F1 2012 demo and the actual F1 2012 game. There was a lot of twitchiness in the demo, I found at least, which wasn't in the actual game. But in this, the steering it's more like F1 2011 than F1 2012 was. I'm not going to say this right, I can guarantee you that. But it's a pretty good mix between F1 2011 and F1 2012. The characteristics of the car are heading towards F1 2011 a little bit, but they're not F1 2011, if I say that correctly. So it's nothing like F1 2011, and it's nothing like F1 2012. It's sort of a pretty good mix in between them both. And also a lot of people have been asking, is it like Grid 2? I don't know how people pluck these things out of media, and it's like Grid 2. It's definitely like Grid 2. It's nothing like Grid 2. A lot of people have asked me that as well. It is nothing like Grid 2. The car does not slide like the Indy car does. You can't drift it around every single corner. And I think I've pretty much showed that. Even when I... the Williams video that I did earlier, the first impressions, that was driving the Williams with... I don't think I had any assists on there. Or I didn't have all the assists on. And normally I drive all the assists on because that's the kind of noob I am. And it wasn't sliding around all over the place. Obviously, classic cars in low gears, it's a bit hard, but no, it's nothing like Grid 2 in that aspect. But the cars are probably a tad harder to drive than 2012. I had to give exact thing. That didn't really make any sense, but probably a little bit harder than 2012 to drive. I think that's probably going in the right direction. It was probably a little bit easy in 2012. RLS what was yours and others people at Codemasters? Let me say that again, I just completely messed that up. RLS says, what was yours and the other people at the Codemasters event reaction to the classic cars in the game? Well, pretty surprised. Now, we went into the event, I walked down the stairs, and then I saw Game Right sitting down on the chair, and I was like, then I looked to the right hand side. There's a classic car going around Jerez, and I was like, oh my, this is going to be awesome. I could tell from the moment I walked down the stairs into the event that F1 2013 was going to have classic cars, and I was so excited for that. And yeah, everybody was pretty happy, I'm not going to lie. And I think everybody was a little bit shocked. I'm not sure whether everybody expected the Codemasters to add classic cars in. It's always obviously a big thing on the forums and everything. But yeah, I'm not sure that actually many people expected it. But I think it was great. And yeah, I think people were shocked, surprised, and very happy. Is probably the right answer to that RLS terrain. Everybody was pretty happy that we got some more cars in the game that weren't just the standard Formula 1 cars from now. Review TIJ. Oh, I keep saying it wrong. But anyway, he says, "Why should I buy F1 2013?" Question mark. 2012 is good? Question mark. How is 2013 better? Question mark. Well, obviously, the people at Codemasters are going to do a much better job at selling it than me. But the things I've noticed, I put up in the first impressions earlier on today. If you've not watched that, Toby, I go and advise you go and just check that out. I highlighted on some of the things I thought were improved from 2012. Things I think are worse, because I want to be honest with you guys about what I think was worse. There's actually only one thing that stood out to me in this whole event that I thought might have been a tad bit worse than 2012, and it was only on one car. I felt that the McLaren model was the modern McLaren Formula 1 car. The model was a little bit weird. I'm not sure whether it was bad or whether it was just me, being stupid, but it looked a bit different to the rest of them. It didn't just look as refined. But then I can't really say too much because this isn't the actual game. It's still 2 months or so to release. Do you want some more gameplay, guys? I'll put up with this. Well, I can't even know what gameplay this is. I think this is Marussia at Melbourne. Oh no. Oh, hopefully that Windows Explorer is not working. No, let's come back. Phew. Computer issues in the middle of a live stream is never good. But yeah, if you want to go and check out the thing I put up earlier, that's probably the good points, and the only thing at the moment I can say is bad is probably the McLaren model. Do I always say modular? I don't know. Toby has another question, but it says it's from Cotta Z360. Can you watch the podium or customize your character? Obviously, as I said, I only played a very small snippet of the game. I have no idea whether there's a podium. I don't know how much you can customize your characters. I'm sure if you tweet somebody from Codemasters, you'll probably get a better answer for that, Toby and Cotta. I'm sorry about that. I really would have liked to give a better sort of answer to that. And in the live stream, you're watching me fiddle through the Monza setup and just doing an F1 2012 trick where pretty much every setup was the same. I have no idea whether this helped or not, but I just put it there for, you know, no reason whatsoever really. But I don't know, I'm really sorry about that, Cotta Z. I have no information on that at this current time. Right, we're going to pause this gameplay a second and we're going to go, let's go over to the live stream. Fingers crossed that still streaming. Yes. Now how am I going to do this? Because you guys are going to see some of the scheduled videos that I've got. Well, you might as well see them. Actually, so the videos have got one more today. It's McLaren, not McLaren. What am I saying? Williams. Yeah, so that's coming now. Live event. 36 people watching. That's probably a world record. I'm just going to check the comments here. I haven't checking this. I'm sorry, guys. If the stream goes, wait, guys. Wait a second. That was my fault. I was clicked on a couple of programs and it just completely lagged out my PC, so I decided to stop the stream whilst I got that fixed. Let's go and have a look down a questions. Alright, so yeah, I'll get back to the version gameplay in a minute. Ultra R500, what do you think of the £60 price tag? I think he's talking about the classic edition. Now, I realise that's quite a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie, £60 on a video game is quite a lot, and it's kind of a tough one because they said on the day they can't tell us the prices because they don't set the prices. So it's not Codemasters setting the prices here. It's, I guess, people at Xbox and everything influencing how much the game's going to cost. But Ultra R500, if you don't want to pay £60 for it, I guess you're talking about the classic edition, because the normal edition's £40 when I saw it. I saw the classic edition's 55, something around that. What am I talking about? But yeah, if you wait for the sales, it should come down quite quickly. Normally, a couple of days after release, every game goes down. I just had a load of questions there. How much is this game? Yes, it's £40 for the normal edition. This is just off Shop 2. I don't know how many people check at that, but this is from Shop 2. I remember £40 for Xbox 360 and PC for the normal edition, £25 for PC, and what am I trying to talk about? Classic edition was about £15 extra, if I remember off the top of my head. Stop that if there's an Afro League Season 3, will it possibly include Brands Hatch Imola? It will include the 90s cars pack, which is Jerez and Brands Hatch. I probably might feature them in Stop Mat, because they come with the normal game, but I don't want to feature in DLC tracks because some people might not be able to join and that wouldn't be bad. I don't know, Shrambo, hopefully I said his name right. Did you see any of the AI or wet weather gameplay? Well, I've got some wet weather gameplay coming shortly onto this channel, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. How long did it take you to get to 100 subscribers from flying? I don't know how to pronounce his name. It probably took me a good couple of months. So I think anybody would say it. Mickey Motion saying, I'll get it on PC, it'll be cheaper. I agree. If you've got a good PC, you might as well just get it on there, as it will be a lot cheaper. Apparently I'm quiet. Well, that's the loudest my mic goes, so I'm sorry. Cody's just contacted you. Yeah, there are 4 people on the whole of YouTube, however, that got invited down, so it's not as if lots of people were invited from YouTube. Team VVV was there as well, which you've probably seen some of his videos. I don't want to... how did it get you to 1,000 subscribers? This time last year, guys, 1 year ago, I was about 400 subscribers, so 1,000 took, off the top of my head, I don't know, quite a long time. Quite a long time, yeah. So, right, this time, maybe I'm just being completely stupid. Maybe I was about 1,000 this time last year. Can you race new cars against old cars? No, sorry, Smith. Smith P21. They didn't allow that, or in the thing. Well, you could do a time trial event. This is the weird thing. You can do a time trial event, new versus old car, but you can't race the new versus old car. I think that's partly because the old cars don't have damage and the new ones do, so it might be a little bit unfair, especially if you're on online lobby and the classic cars are invincible. Penalty system. Well, design edits. Oh, there we are. Yeah, I think the penalty system is vastly improved. We're only doing time trial, so it's kind of hard to tell. But every time you put a couple of wheels off the track, it was giving you a penalty for cutting corners and stuff. But I can't give you any information about the online or anything because we didn't have any chance to play any actual races. Alex, in terms of the mix, is there a whole lock-to-lock driving in the corners like there was in 11, or is it just handling at the corners? I'm not really too sure. It's sort of that sort of mix between 11 and 12, so I think you'll see a bit more of it, but I don't think you're going to get lock to lock. But a lot of people have criticised lock to lock, which I think was the reason they took it out. Sorry, I'm scrolling back up through the comments, so I'm sorry for everyone that I missed. The thing is, the pad and the pedal feel different to the wheel, so we don't know if it's lock to lock. Alex Gillen was playing. He did about good 12 or 13 laps around Jerez, and hopefully that's still going. Yes, it is. I don't know. I want to get up the gameplay again. I'll just go. But yeah, what was the question? Sorry, Mickey. Yeah, it'll be hard until we get the game. We'll find out what is lock to lock. That, if you're watching on the live stream, that was what the offset T-cam was, but this is also, that's not sort of how it exactly looked, because this is the camera is placed weirdly, and here's me failing into turn 1. If you're watching the live stream, if you're watching a recorded version, I'm probably in the middle of nowhere at that point. Let's get another question. The handling of the old cars. Now this is something quite a few people have asked me as well. The handling of the old cars is not too different from the new cars, so you can go over there and spend a good 20-30 minutes and get half decent lap time in, but it's enough of a difference that you need to go out and practice to make sure that you're fast. Now it is pretty much the same sort of handling model to what you're seeing on my screen now, or hopefully on the live stream at least you're watching modern car gameplay, but a couple of things about the classic cars. They're obviously not good on the brakes. You have to brake quite a little bit earlier than you would in the modern Formula 1 car. Also in first and second gear, if you just put the throttle down straight away, even with all the assists on, you're gonna end up in a spin. So yeah, it's a little bit more challenging, and but it's definitely worth the practice if you want to do so. Now we're gonna sort of get this wrapped up shortly, and I don't want to skip over any important questions. Never using Internet Explorer, exactly. I'm trying to find questions that will all the pit stops be the same in the classic cars? Tyres only. That's something that I think the Grid Walker tweeted. Maybe it wasn't the Grid Walker, I can't remember. But somebody tweeted at some of the guys at Codemasters asking whether that would be in the game. I'm assuming it's going to be tyres only. I don't know. I think that these are the sort of things they might add as an update. Now, I think a big thing was I said in the is it an interview? I can't remember. I said at one point, was it the classic cars were a lot of people pestering you for you to get it into the game. Now they said that pestering was probably the wrong word, but a lot of people were asking. So if there's something that somebody's passionate about, like the penalty system or corner cutting, they will get that fixed because they don't want to obviously lose any fan base. So they listen to you guys. They said a couple of guys there were saying they read every single forum post, so they definitely see what you guys say. So yeah, it's make sure your voice is heard, but yeah, don't be too rude about it. Just make sure that your point is made, and that you try and make sure that you help the game as best as possible, not just criticising it because you can. It's still recording. I was just a bit scared that it might have stopped. Which 90s car are available? There are 90s cars. Well, this is it says we got sort of a data sheet on the day, which you can find on their forum now. 6 iconic cars from the 90s and some drivers including Coulthard, Villeneuve, Irvine, Prost and many more. And 6 iconic cars, that's some Ferraris in there, some Williams is in there, Lotus, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there are any Lotuses are really around in the, actually maybe there was, I think there were some Lotuses around in the early 90s, but I don't know whether there were any in the game. The sounds in 2013 sound great. Got any Ferrari gameplay? Yes, Spamix Jesus got Ferrari wet gameplay, so I've got a mixture of both coming up pretty shortly. So if you want to go and check that out I think that's going up at 5. So 40 minutes time there'll be some up. Ferrari gameplay in the wet at Suzuka, and I think you guys should enjoy it. It's quite interesting because I pretty much failing 24/7. Where was I at? Flying, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his name. He's got 80 subs in 3 months, which is really good. Yep, that is really good actually. So yeah, definitely keep up the work there, and you'll succeed for sure. Without age, do you think it was more tricky to drive the car? That was a Passionno F1. It's hard to tell because I didn't drive with all the assists off. Maybe if you ask Alex Gillen, he did, I think, a good 13-14 laps in the classic car around Jerez. Now, yes, just type into the YouTube search for Alex Gillen. You'll send him a message or send him a tweet, and I'm sure he'll try and get around to responding to you. But I didn't drive without the assist, so I'm sorry, I can't really. Yeah, I can't really give you a comprehensive answer there, guys. I've messed up the gameplay. I'll skip back to where we pretty much were. I saw something about auto braking, and I think it does it right here. It does auto brake, but not quite as much as you saw in 2012. In 2012, the auto brake was so powerful that it spun you around in a circle half the time. Now, it doesn't do that in this game. It slows you down, but it does it effectively and well. So we're just gonna have a couple more questions, guys. Then I'm gonna get around to editing this video, and it'll be up tomorrow for anybody that has missed it. But overall, guys, if anybody's leaving now, I must say thank you to everyone that's thank you everybody that's supported the channel over the last couple of days. It's been pretty awesome. F1 Pig said I've got some more interactions. Sports Swindon Town, that's nice. I haven't personally. I've only heard of like the big 4 or 5 teams, so I don't know who Swindon Town are, but I think it's good when people support their local clubs because at least they're behind them, and obviously a lot of where I live, a lot of people support Brighton, so that's good to see. Which version of Imola is there, pre-99 or post-1994? That was by the other RB. Now, there's a bit of a change because it switched back to the old layout in 2006. You can correct me if I'm wrong there, but it changed back in 2006. I'm guessing it'll probably be the new track, which is also the old track, but it won't be the one in the middle, which was the one with chicane. Now, that might be completely complicated, but if you go and look up Imola, there's various formations over the years, and yeah, I suppose that is the right answer there. I'm not sure that I said that right whatsoever, but I think it will be the old version, which is also the new version, so it will be the old version, and that should be all good. Now, auto braking is annoying. Yeah, I probably do agree. I really sort of, that's something as well I quite like, is if they could just give us the opportunity to turn that off. If we need, like in sprint mode, maybe it's needed, or maybe a 10-second penalty when you go off the track is needed. But yeah, in maybe career mode, I don't really think you need auto braking. I think it might sort of ruin it. Maybe just have it so, I don't know how hard the coding would be for this, but maybe when you get to the next straight, it slows you down, and it also maybe like put something above your head in the for the other players that told you that you're auto braking, because that's when it caused carnage. Really, let's be honest, guys, when nobody else knows you're auto braking and causes a bit of a crash. But overall, I'm really loving F1 20. I've said that so much. I'm really enjoying F1 2013, guys, and I think you'll like it too. I mean, hopefully you guys will get some sort of game time in the next couple of months, and yeah. So when does the game come out? Which answers these last couple of questions. It will come out probably in September, Philippe, just like the other games probably will. Probably come out on the Friday of Singapore, which I don't know off the top of my head when that is, but if you want to go and check out that, it's probably the time it will come out, or a couple of days before in America. Where's this question? Nelson saying, why do you never do live streams like Athlete? Athlete has a lot better internet connection than me, so sadly I can't do anything like that, and I don't think live streaming is my sort of good point, so yeah, so I'll leave the live streaming to the people that are good at it, as I can't really do anything about live streaming. I'm not very good. Any Caterham gameplay F1 Pico? I don't think anybody there actually played the Caterham. I'm sorry about that. I don't think anybody did, which is a bit frustrating. I'm sorry if you're a Caterham fan. I don't think pretty much anybody there recorded any Caterham footage, which is a bit annoying. Is there an option to turn the penalties off? Obviously I didn't play race mode, so I can't really answer that. I'm sorry about that, Marco. Mickey, there just needs to be an option, turn it off or on, especially online. Yeah, I think as well, if you do, like, they brought back Grand Prix mode this time, especially if you're going to set up a league or something like that where you can do 3 races in one day. If you get the option to turn, I guess Mickey was talking about auto braking, if you had the option to turn that off, that'd be fine. But yeah, it does get a little bit annoying, and maybe that's something you guys want to tweet at them. But yeah, thanks guys for tuning into the stream. Now I've got to get back, answer my questions. Chaz, where? What's the tyre like? Chaz, I did time trial, so I didn't get any tyre wear, so I can't really answer that. I'm sorry. F1 Extremist, there's no McLarens in the games because of, I guess, a lot of licensing issues, especially around Senna and all that. We want to see the version, and F1 Extremist also asked for the. Also asked for Mercedes gameplay. I think I have some Mercedes gameplay. I don't know. What did I show at the start of this? I don't know. But we're gonna end this off soon, guys. I'm gonna get this all edited together and upload it tomorrow for everybody else that hasn't watched this. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you all for tuning into the live stream. A good 40 people at peak, which is probably the best I've ever had. So thank you, and yeah. Probably skipped a lot of frames and everything due to my connection being so bad, but thanks to everybody that has tuned in. Big shout out to everyone there, and yeah, thank you for watching, and see you all soon for another F1 video. Goodbye.